Hey guys, Recycled Racing here. We are a couple days after the Bluff Burnouts events. And I just wanted to share with you some tips and tricks that we learned as Riverside Hot Rods from the Burnout events. There's a couple failures that happened that we saw that were pretty common for these things. So I'm going to go over those and I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks for setting your car up for the burnout pit.
Oh my God.
It just so happens that I have the three most common failures right here in the garage. We gave the Chevelle everything it had and then some. We smacked the wall. We caught fire. We overheated. Thankfully, the power steering held on this one, and I had that issue, I think it was last year at the Ripley County Fair, and I upgraded to a very, very, very large, well, to me, very large power steering cooler. I think it was designed as an automatic transmission cooler for like a Hyundai or something, but I sneaked that in underneath the bumper there, so I had adequate cooling on the Chevelle. I did not do that in Dirtbag. I actually have somewhere in my mess over here, I actually had a cooler for Dirtbag. I just never put it on. So that truck had the failure that you see a lot. So the first failure we get all the time, power steering pump overheats and sprays fluid. Simple fix. All you got to do is take your return line off. You can get you one of them little Hayden coolers. It's like 20 bucks and put it in line. Something to cool that fluid off will keep the fluid in the pump where it goes. So look into that. Check your system. Make sure before you go out you're topped off. If you guys are roadkill fans, believe it or not, taking the hood off helped a lot. I believe that these little vents here, I've got these cool little racing vents on the S10. I was going to put them on the Chevelle, but they didn't fit with the cowl hood, so they went on the S10, which is 90% of the stuff that's on this thing. But that let a lot of heat out, and that saved a lot on this truck, I'm sure. So power steering pump, number one. Second thing we get constantly is overheating. You're putting this car usually at the rev limiter for 90 seconds, 2 minutes. It's a lot. These cars are designed to have airflow through the radiator. That air to water transfer is what cools down the engine, right? The water comes out, the air cools it, science. So you got to make sure you got good fans, right? You don't want to have, if you notice on both of my vehicles, not saying I'm the spokesperson here, but ignore the fire extinguisher mess, we'll get to that. I'm running the OEM style fan. Actually, I think these are the ones that are the 05 Dodge Ram fans, and these are like 03 to 06 Chevy truck. But the OEM fans, super strong, a lot of CFM, heavy duty. You start switching to something like these little guys, these eBay fans over here, and it just barely blows a wet kiss at you. It doesn't really do much for cooling. It makes you feel like it's cool. It may just about keep you cool on the highway. You start banging this thing off the rev limiter, you're gonna overheat. This is a turbo car with the Chevelle. This thing did, I don't know, I think I did 6 or 8 runs at 2 minutes each. I did a lot of beating on this car. It got hot. It was also hot out there. I'd run it, I'd go announce for a little while, I'd come back out, get it again, run it again. So it got hot. That last time I was out, I was probably, I think my rev limiter's at like 72, 7300. I was on that rev limiter the whole 2 minutes. And I wasn't being timed, I just did a run. So it may have been way more than 2 minutes because I wasn't competing and I just went to give you guys a good time basically. So this thing got hot, so hot that my crossover pipe was red hot. It got super duper hot. It even burned off the heat wrap that I had on there. It just melted that and it fell off. So cars get hot. Turbo cars get hotter. Supercharged cars get hotter. It's forcing the air in. Science. So cooling system is a must. Make sure you have good fans. Make sure you have a large radiator, that you have properly mixed antifreeze with water ratios, and that you have some sort of catch can or overflow can. I'm running a catch can on this one. Overflow comes out and goes into here. It's almost like a coolant recovery bottle, basically, but it does have the little in the top right there that it can spray out. And you can see the video, it was venting its pressure. This little guy, not so much. I just ran, I mean, it's similar, but I got a little coolant catch can here, and then my overflow can, once it gets hot, can go down in the fender well there. That didn't get too hot. It's actually pretty decent. This little guy's only like 20-30 bucks off of Amazon, so they're not that hard to put in and plumb right. That's down in there somewhere now. Remember that later. You can get a decent replacement radiator. These radiators aren't bad. They look small, little thin core aluminum jobs with plastic end tanks, but they actually cool well because there's a lot of surface area here. I did go with the larger aluminum radiator on this one. It does great also. So pick your poison, just make sure you're getting quality parts. And you got some sort of coolant recovery bottle over there, so you're not spraying the track down. So that brings us to our next failure point, which surprisingly is plug wires. I mean, I get it, but it's weird that I didn't see it at most of the events till we really went to 90 seconds. And once that sustained hit with heat happened, we were doing 90-second burnouts, most of them on the rev limiter, bouncing around, not a lot of airflow. The plug wires get hot because they're right next to the header, right? So you got that insane amount of heat going through the header. Heat transfers to the exhaust manifold or header. If you have an exhaust manifold, that's thicker cast iron. One of the guys from ET Performance, Aaron Cupp, I believe has a thicker exhaust manifold on there. He caught fire.
First vote for the last run, for the very first run. Now, get loud for that one. All right, now let's vote on this one on 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he did it.
He was right there.
Got this sparkling water.
Got it.
And when I say catch fire, it didn't actually smoke and burn the car down, but it started smoldering, and you know how that works. So if you're running the factory, if you got an LS and you're running the factory plug wires, it's got that large rubber deal and it sits right in there. A lot of heat will start to cook on those. I usually switch over to these Walker wires, or these ones are Taylor's. I think they came off the Chevelle, but Walker makes a good one too. It's basically just got a 45 boot on there, as you can see, and it tries to, you know, it's less surface area. It's a little better material than the factory rubber, and it tries to keep some of that heat out of there. You can run those little boots on there. They're not too expensive, just to keep the heat down. Again, you don't want to start fires in here, because once they start, if anything else is grease or oil or anything is there, it'll take off, and next thing you know, you're having a bad day at the pits. Kind of like this little guy. This one was a turbo blanket. I think I had gotten oil somewhere on here at one point in time. Didn't clean it, didn't notice it, didn't see it, I guess. And once this thing got super stupid hot, that kicked off and started to smolder. So we got it out quick with the fire extinguisher. And I got to clean all this corrosive crap off of here one day. Number 4, and probably the most important one, is a fire extinguisher. I got a $30 Amazon mount for the Chevelle. I got a video on that. I kind of welded some brackets together so that I can put that in the seat mount. You can see that here. Fire extinguisher is not present. It's in one of the other cars, but I just made a flat stock mount. Mounted this guy, pull the pin, pull the bracket off, and you got yourself an extinguisher. Don't put it on the passenger side. Don't put it in your trunk where you got to get keys out or get to the back of it or whatever. If you're driving your damn car and some stuff happens, you want to make sure you can get out with your fire extinguisher. Put it where you're going to reach it. Don't rely on somebody else. They may not be in the car. I wasn't even in the car when they were telling me I'm on fire, but I happened to have it in my hand because I pulled it first thing when I got out of the car, just in case. Get a fire extinguisher, make sure it's rated before you do events. Check the gauge on the fire extinguisher, make sure it's still good. I had a video, I don't know where it's at, I'll have to find it. Pontiac I built, I was doing some work around the fuel tank and it caught fire, and I'm watching it burn inside my garage, trying to put it out. Pulled the pin, depressed the lever as the instructions say, and it just, nothing came out. Fire extinguisher had been sitting on my wall for probably 5 years, lost its charge, and was useless. So I had to go run and get a garden hose to put it out. Check your gauges on those and be safe. I think the next deal that I would cover is know your size of your vehicle. I thought I had a pretty good idea of how big this Chevelle was, and I was doing decent whipping this thing around. I did it a few times before the box was up. I ripped through the car when the box got up just to kind of feel it out and see how the box was laid out, how I do my runs. And during the event, I just went nuts because you get hyped up in there, your adrenaline gets going, and I tagged the wall pretty good. Once I got to the point where I had hit the wall, I figured the car is dead to me now, and I just got angry, so I just sent it until the tires popped, because I figured that the quarter panels were done and this was going to be an entirely different rebuild. But thankfully, the only impact I really made was this wall. This kind of kissed the wall right here. Did some work on this, dimpled this little guy in, bent over some pieces and bits that I think I can fix. More importantly though, I haven't got a chance to look at it, but it bent the rear arms in there, so it drives, stink buggish like that. I'm gonna have to check those out, check the frame out and see what's going on there. But put some wear and tear on these cars when you're doing this. Obviously, it's not the intended use for this. So if you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this hard, like we do at Riverside Hot Rods, and you're gonna do the damn thing, do some prep work so you don't have to ask somebody for a ride home or get towed home. Thankfully, I brought extra tires. I destroyed one on this. I destroyed one on this side. So I had my 2 extras, and I was able to swap those out at the track and still limp home. You can kind of see how I haven't unloaded yet. You can see how we do. There's we destroy these tires. This little guy, I don't know, I'm kind of keeping my distance from this little guy. I think it's ready to pop in my face. But yeah, we destroy these tires. Things go and take a beating. This side not so much, because I didn't pop the tire. There is rubber everywhere. You get free undercoating. This side will mess your paint up. So if you got a good painted car, that stuff is hard to get off. What I recommend if you have a car with a finish that you want to protect, those little rubber chunks are going to come off, and they're really hot, and they may they may stick onto your paint, and it might burn a hole in your clear coat. So if you have a paint job you're looking to take care of, and go to the show tomorrow after you get done with the burnout competition today, put some blue painter's tape across your lower fender areas. You can put it down on the side here from back behind the tires. I do this a lot in the racing world. If you know you're going to go crazy like I did, tape the whole damn thing. Roll of tape's like $5 or something. I don't know. Inflation, it could be more than that. But it should protect your vehicle from getting further damage. So that's about it for the common failure points that we've seen out at these events. We've been doing a lot of them. Our guys in the club are just burnout Nazis. We do this stuff constantly and destroy these vehicles, but we can rebuild them. We put more parts on them. We upgrade them so that these failure points don't happen. So hopefully this helped you guys out a little bit. For those of you that are thinking on coming out, you don't have to do all these things. We can still get you home. I mean, power steering will just come out, but you put more back in. Radiator will evacuate all of its hot stuff. You just wait till it cools down and put some more fluid in there. Hopefully this helps you guys, and we hope to see you at the next burnout event. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's help get car culture and CMO growing. We'll see you out there.